people in a church in Ondo State rent the airwaves. Nigerians were taken aback and reacted in different ways. Kayode Olorundare, who went on a fact-finding mission to the church, reports that most of the rescued people are victims of wrong indoctrination, while residents of the area want the government to immediately shut down the church.
The church, Bible Believers Church, Mercyland layout in Ondo West local government area of Ondo State, is now under lock and key, with security personnel on ground to prevent possible breakdown of law and order. The brainwashed members were rescued after a parent reported to the Nigerian police that his child was locked along other people in the church to wait for the second coming of Jesus.
The children, they bring to them among them, they put them, do not allow them to go to school. The wife, that the husband, they separate all the family. Those things we have been telling them, but they don't listen.
This thing that just happens, I was the one that orchestrated it, because the sister that had 4 children there, he had been suffering since she was married. Now she was fortunate to be employed at Adeyemi. Yeah, they said she should relieve her of the work. They shouldn't do it again.
Every night in the midnight, noise making, all these children will be making noise, and we have met them severally verbally to complain about unrest that have been given to the public, but to no correction.
Oluwafenmi Kehinde, who is a former member of the church, said her children have been hypnotized. She wants government and relevant authorities to help her reunite with her children.
This church, you can't build house, rapture. You can't say you want to do name rapture. Your property, sell it, rapture. Don't work, don't go to school. Everything they are do like that. One man, where they call Peter Ozumasu. Now they use spiritual power. You use spiritual power. So camp all these children so that they don't know their mother. May government help me to rescue all the children. And those adults like 23, 30, where they no get work, they no allow them to do work. May they free them.
NTA News made effort without success to gain access into the basement of the church where the over 70 people were harbored. The Nigeria Police, Ondo State Command, had on 1st of July rescued 77 people, including children, teenagers, and adults from where they were kept to wait for the second coming of Jesus in September.
This is serious and looks like case of extremism. It needs to be thoroughly investigated. Now, with more than 100 young children documented as missing with no inkling to their whereabouts, cases of child abduction in Kano State has become a major source of concern. Ransom demands, adoption, and rituals are all reasons leading to the escalation of the crimes of abduction. Elizabeth Lamido takes a look at the efforts made at discovering missing children in the state and the measures taken to further tackle the menace.
In 2019, Kano State government successfully located the whereabouts of 10 abducted children and reunited them with their parents. This year, 4 children were also found and taken back to their loved ones, making a total of 14 officially known underage children recovered in the space of 3 years.
Give me 5.
Umar Farouk Ibrahim was among these children. He went missing in 2014 at the tender age of 5, and just when his parents had given up hope of finding him, 5 years later, Farouk was discovered in Anambra State and rescued in 2019.
The father could not recognize him, but because he looks like my younger brother, I recognize him despite the weight he added.
I'm saying thank you for bringing me back to my parents and my brothers and sisters.
Since his return, Farouk has been living with his parents and 6 siblings in a single room at Kwajalawa in Ngogo local government area of Kano.
You will always find him quiet and thinking, and I believe it is because of the situation we are living in.
Concerned authorities have confirmed that quite often children go missing for a variety of reasons, one of which is taken by people who cannot bear children instead of going through the right channel of adoption. This inadvertently promotes child kidnapping.
You see a person having maybe 5, 6 children is afraid of taking another burden and add it to what is already on the ground. Another thing is child negligence. This exposes them to the risk of being abducted.
How can these problems be remedied?
Parents should take adequate care of their children. If government will design policies that will bring a kind of respite to the people, then all this problem will reduce. Then community in general will have a role to play.
Presently, the State Committee on Protection Against Abduction and Missing Children is still looking for 120 children who were declared missing in the state. Though life may be different from what it used to be and where he grew up and stayed for 5 years. However, there's always no place better than home.
This is sad and heart-wrenching. All must be done to rescue the children and give them better lives. Now, cases of inhuman removal of human parts are still being experienced in some communities, as recently some unknown persons forcefully removed the 2 eyes of a 16-year-old teenager in Bauchi State. The Commissioner of Police, Umar Sanda, who confirmed the incident, advised parents to closely monitor the movement of their children. Bolka Afsa tells us more.
He plucked out his 2 eyes.
Confirming the incident, the Bauchi State Commissioner of Police, Umar Mamman Sanda, said the command, through its Yelwa Divisional Police Headquarters, received a distress call from Ward Head of Burshi that a boy of 16 years old was found in blood with his 2 eyes removed.
He lured him to go and work in his farm, and then on reaching that end, he gave him some concoctions to drink, and the boy refused. But according to the boy, he used some cables to try to strangulate him, and in the course of it, he plucked out his 2 eyes.
The Commissioner of Police emphasized the need for parents and guardians to always monitor the movement of their children and wards.
It's not just for you to allow a child to loosely roam about, and then at the end of it, this type of calamities will catch up with such a fellow. This is very unfair. Our advice to parents is to look after their wards and children.
The victim is receiving medical care at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Teaching Hospital, Bauchi.
Savage, extremely cruel. Parents, please, where are your kids right now? Monitor their movement and activities for safety. We go to another worrisome case. Now, his character is akin to the proverbial green snake that hides under the cover of green grass to cause havoc. That's the story of Ukashatu Umar, who, going by the newly signed law in Kebbi State, risked spending the rest of his life behind bars, having confessed to have raped a 6-year-old girl in Kalgo, the headquarters of Kalgo local government area in the state. Jafar Yusuf Ilo tells us what happened.
Friendly and peaceful atmosphere known with Kalgo, a town that is 10 kilometers away from Birnin Kebbi and 28 kilometers to Jiga, was shattered on Friday 17th of June 2022. When the news broke that a 6-year-old pupil of NYSC Nursery and Primary School Nursery section was raped by one Okashatu Umar who resides within the neighborhood. Sources close to the neighborhood confirmed to NTA that suspect always take advantage of the proximity of his room to the school and age of the victims.
On receiving the report, a team of policemen attached to Kalgo Division Police Headquarters were mobilized to the scene and they succeeded in arresting the suspects. While the victim was rushed to Federal Medical Center, Birnin Kebbi, for medical attention. Investigation into the case is ongoing, after which the suspect will be charged to court for prosecution.
I actually saw her going home after closing from school. I then lured her into the room where we used to sleep, and then I raped her, but once. I, however, regret my action, as I want to seek for forgiveness from the little girl and her parents.
Mother of the victim, Larry, not her real name, shared with NTA how she came to know that all was not well with her daughter that day.
I suspected an abnormality with her when she wanted to pass urine. She complained of pain in her private part after someone who lured her into a room, removed her clothes and inserted something. We actually suspected an abnormality with the little girl when she started crying continuously anytime she wanted to pass urine. All I want is for justice to be served on the suspect, commensurate to the offense he confessed to have committed. She is just 6 years old, while he is 26 years. What if, as a result of that, the girl sustained a life-threatening injury? What about stigmatization that comes with that? She is just a little girl. Children like my daughter the world over are supposed to be loved and protected against any harm.
If eventually found guilty by the court, Okashetu will spend the rest of his life behind bars with the provision of the recently passed law on rape in Kebbi State.
Thank God for the newly signed law in Kebbi State. And do you know that even prisoners anywhere in the world despise people who abuse children? We'll take a break. Newsline continues shortly.
One of the reasons why I started Munira, I wanted to make people feel good about what they were. I lost my dad in 2008.
The day when the man died, I don't want to remember. School fees can't they had us. Things no can't go for me again.
My journey with MTN started in 2014. I remember the night I told my mom I had gotten the scholarship. It was midnight. I went to the room, I woke her up and I said, I've gotten a scholarship.
Oh, happy. Neighbor week.
The tagline for the YEDP program was Turn It Up. The funding has helped me turn my dream on. My ambition is to be successful, impact lives, and generally just make people happy.
Introducing Jado Cooking Oil, a quality cooking oil for tasty and sumptuous meals made with 100% pure soya. It is rich in cooking, fortified with essential vitamins needed for the nourishment of the body. Jado Cooking Oil comes in different sizes, ranging from 1 liter, 3 liters, 5 liters, 10 liters, 25 liters, and also in a sachet. Jado Cooking Oil is available in any supermarket nearest to you. To order now, call 0903-364-3330 and it will be delivered to you anywhere in Nigeria. For more details, visit our website at www.jadooil.ng. Jado Cooking Oil, quality oil for tasty meals.
All I do is win. I wake up, I win. I close my eyes, and I win. Keep up on me, come on, let's keep running till the world stops spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep running till the world stops.
Wow, you look great. Did you just figure this out? Darling superstar, great that takes a long fresh no matter what.
Lalo, Nigeria are the 9th champions in this competition.
The 12th edition of the Africa Women's Cup of Nations is here with 12 teams including reigning champions and 9-time winners, Super Falcons of Nigeria, all in contention from July 2 to 23 in Rabat, Morocco. You can catch all the actions live on the NTA network service and NTA Sports 24, channel 270 on StarTimes, 434 on StarSat and 731 on Free TV. Come, join us to promote another championship run by the Super Falcons. For your advert placement, please call Hawa on 0803 312 1022. Africa Women's Cup of Nations, Rabat 2022. Game on!
Welcome back. Now to wedding bells. Two sister brides, one officer and the other one for a gentleman, attracted the military brass rejoicing with one of their own. Najatu Tijani has all the glitzy details, including crossing of swords at the double wedding.
It's partly a military affair, as the father of the brides is former spokesperson of the Nigerian Army, while the representatives include two former chiefs of Army staff. The wedding party soon moves to the reception venue, where guests from far and near are serenaded by praise singers.
We are outside the country, we must travel down to come and be part of this historic event. I congratulate him.
Happy married life. They should be patient.
All the action inside the Nigerian Army Officers' Wives Association Event Center, where guests spot some Nollywood stars eagerly await the arrival of the couples. Two sisters and their respective officer and gentleman grooms. Other senior officers, some retired, some still serving, and military and non-military wives show support. This time around, there is no place for orders, only advice.
Remain prayerful and be focused on the marriage.
My advice to the couples is just patience.
Patience is what is key in marriage, love and tolerance. I'm very, very happy and stay, thank God, patient, tolerance, understanding.
Guests are also treated to the sword ceremony for the military couple, Fatima and Abubakar, signifying the groom's duty to honor and protect his bride as he does his country.
One of the best days of my life, getting married to the love of my life, someone I can truly call a friend, someone I can call a companion, and so many other things.
We met on social media. He's a very nice person, very humble and smart.
For her sister Nabila and groom Umar, the expectation is no less, and the excitement is just as high.
We are actually family friends. We've been together for almost 15 years.
I like her because she's a quiet person. Thank you very much. She loves people.
Finally, words of wisdom from a loving father.
I have every cause to be happy and glorify God, even though it is with kind of emotion because that we are going to miss them. But of course, that's the fact of life.
Double congratulations. We wish them unending happiness. Still on celebration, after years of separation, members of the Nigerian Defense Academy Course 36 converged on Abuja for some unique, memorable events to rebound and rekindle old memories. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa captured the event for Newsline.
Life after retirement from active service can be depressing and challenging if not planned early. To have a fulfilling and rewarding moments after decades of service to their fatherland, Members of the 36 regular course NDA organized this post-career seminar.
Retirement is a more abundant life. So it's not about a mindset. If you feel you're going to be sick in retirement, you're going to grow, guess what you will be? If you believe in your heart and have positive thoughts about yourself, regardless of the conditions and circumstances that you have no control over, it will be well with you.
People are also advised to go for regular medical checkups, even if they feel well.
From the National Defense College Hall, they retired to the exotic NAV Conference Center for a larger rebonding and rekindling of memories of a journey of 205 courtmates, pioneers of degree programs, enlisted into NDA on the 24th September 1984.
I remember the day we stepped into academy as cadets, bloody civilians. We didn't know what the future holds, but 38 years later, reflection, it's been an interesting and worthwhile journey.
Earlier today,
the Chief of Naval Staff and the patron of the association is the last man standing.
It reminds me and all members of that course moments we relish as members of HAP Company back in the academy.
Retired but not tired, the government at necessary moment taps into their wealth of experience, the Chief of Defense Staff promised.
And I've made their contributions, and I want to use the opportunity to congratulate them. It's not yet over because we still need their contributions even in retirement in various forms.
The government, in its wisdom, has decided, through Mr. President's approval, to create a Department of Veterans Affairs in the Ministry of Defense, just to underscore the importance of these retiring officers of the armed forces.
We need to continue to foster this bond.
With these queens, as they are referred to, their kings have made the day worthy.
We are not disappointed at all. We know our kings are capable and they are able.
While 39 widows are not lucky to have their men around them.
Sometime last year, I think we gathered like this and my husband was really present, but then I know that he's here in spirit.
Members took time to test their good old dancing skills.
Good dancing skills indeed. What memories are made of. Our next story can best be described as a gathering where classmates relived the good old days, reunited and celebrated how far they have come. It was not just about counting years, but reflecting on how they can be of help to each other. I'm talking about the law class of 1985 of the University of Benin, who recently converged for their first reunion. Agatha Egware Ojo will now fill us in on their activities.
37 years ago, they graduated from this institution, not knowing what the future had in store for them. Today, they are back from different parts of the country and abroad as senior advocates of Nigeria, judges, administrators, and legal personnel making their marks. The class can boast of producing the Deputy Senate President Uve Omoagege, former NBA President Augustine Alege, Zonal Director, NTA Network Center Pauline Ibano, and other important personalities. For most of them, this is the first time they are coming back after graduation, and we accorded a warm reception by Dean of the faculty, who took them on tour of facilities in the faculty. The visit saw the old students instituting cash awards to best male and female graduating students in the faculty and in 2 departments. Others also pledged to sponsor a total of 20 indigent students to the Nigerian Law School. Over 100 of them graduated under Professor Issa Sagi and called to bar in 1986. They are grateful for what they have become.
The history of the Law Faculty University of Benin cannot be complete without the input of Professor Issa Sagi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. He was the foundation dean of the faculty. He made us role models, and by the grace of God, and without being modest, we are good ambassadors of the Faculty of Law University of Benin and good ambassadors of the great University of Benin.
It's also giving us opportunity to contribute to the growth of Nigeria, particularly the University of Benin and the Faculty of Law that contributed immensely to what we've become today.
I feel like a baby, as if I'm still in my school days.
What I noticed is that a lot has changed, starting from the gate.
I haven't been here for about 37 years. I had to fly from the UK.
We who are their younger colleagues in the faculty, by also seeing them, are enthused to work harder.
As they wined and dined, they also added their voices to national issues during a lecture delivered by Dean, Faculty of Law, Western Delta University, Ogara, Professor Vincent Dakwotaire, on true federalism, the imperative of resource control.
Going down memory lane with the aim of making greater impact is really nice. As custodians of wisdom would say, if wishes were horses, everyone would ride. When such wishes meet strong will, the beggars could perhaps even fly. This is the case as the leader of the House of Representatives, Al-Hassan Ado Dagua, embarks on an initiative that seeks to put his educationally disadvantaged constituents at par with their counterparts in Victoria Island. Yahanatu Hassan tells us more.
In the air. It is an unspoken story of a generous ambassador of the people and his highly appreciative community. It is one tell too many in the right direction as the leader of the House of Representatives and member representing Tudun Wadadogo Federal Constituency in Kano State, Al-Hassan Ado Dogo once more triggered excitement in his constituents. This time around, the goodies by Al-Hassan Ado Dogwa are about boosting the system of education in the area. Teachers and lab technicians were selected from 16 schools for an intensive 5-day training on modern teaching methods and the use of laboratory equipment for easy teaching and learning among primary pupils and secondary school students. Now, they are here to receive the gadgets to continue with their mandate of scaling up efficiency of the system. They are indeed elated by the bold move of the member in collaboration with the National Agency for Science, Engineering and Infrastructure.
Teachers in particular to undergo a training in science and technology, particularly in the area of science equipment for laboratory experiments.
More interesting, Muhammad Qasim says, is the easy operationability of the equipment, which he believes will put the students on pragmatic pedestal of learning.
It will make learning simpler for our student assimilation, which I know in turn it will help in developing science education in our school.
Honorable has done a great job to his constituent or to his community in terms of educational sector.
The House leader Al-Hassan Ado Dogwa says the program will go around all schools within his constituency.
The intention, distinguished ladies and gentlemen here, my dear brothers, is to create an enabling environment. It is also intended to train and continue to retrain our teachers in the schools. Because certainly you cannot have a balanced educational system until you have able teaching ability on the part of the teachers. Materials, certainly, we are proud of because if you look at them, they are all things that are required in our schools.
Participants were awarded with certificates and gadgets.
Good initiative. Back to education. Better vision for every Nigerian child is the mission of the Nigerian Tulip International College, Abuja, and the vision of more than 100 Nigerian children equipped to compete favorably with others at the global scene. Mojanatu Adam Said captured the moment for NTA.
We are in the ambience of a political gathering, but not. It is a gathering to celebrate hard work and commitment to educational pursuit. Aspiring figures celebrating their 3-in-1 graduation ceremony at the famous International Conference Center, Abuja. The highly elated parents describe the school as their place of choice, an educational destination in shaping the world's birth of character to face the harsh realities of life.
Like all other parents that are here to rejoice, I'm here rejoicing. Not only me alone, with members of my family.
She has learned a lot, and a lot has been impacted on her. And I tell you, she will be a good leader.
I, in particular, have always, been with NTIC. All my children really go there. So I'm really satisfied with their level of training and their commitment to education.
I feel great. It's a great college. They have really exposed my daughter, and I think it's an international school. The exposure is awesome. And I pray they continue this way.
I feel happy. You can see the joy in me as a mother and a proud mother for that matter.
The managing director advised parents to bring their awards because the institution remains a center of academic excellence in molding future leaders.
Very happy because we have been able to graduate very successful students who have already obtained medals from different international competitions.
When it was time to say goodbye, those who distinguish themselves in character and learning.
I feel so excited, happy. I can't wait to start my new journey.
I feel very much excited and happy. I wish to become an Air Force officer because I would love to work for my country and fight for my country.
I really love to thank my parents and my teachers for the effort they put in.
I would like to thank my teachers for always putting me through.
I thank my parents for their encouragement. I thank my teachers. Every single time I went to them with questions, they would answer me, and I thank my entire family.
I am happy, but I'm also sad to leave my friends.
The event witnessed an influx of people from the academia as well as captain of industries.
Very impressive. We'll take another break. Newsline will continue shortly.
How did I get here? It all started shortly after I graduated from MSTC, the Model Skills Training Center, with a certificate in ICT. I successfully developed a data management program that has been called the software of the future. Thanks to its success, everyone wants it. And as you can see, now everyone wants me. But I'm not alone. The skills training programs at MSTC are equipping young Nigerians to become the next big success story. Whether it's ICT, mechatronics, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, or culinary studies, a certificate at MSTC is the way of the future. And just like me, there he is. Everyone will want you to.
Developing the nation's human resource.
Music is fuel that fires up our soul. Today, African music has a dominant place on the world map. This massive music movement creating waves across the globe.
I have seen the evolution and the growth of this industry.
But every movement starts with a story. And the best place to start any story is at the very beginning.
It's a primordial energy that can only have come from Africa.
Motlalo, Nigeria are the 9th champions in this competition.
The 12th edition of the Africa Women's Cup of Nations is here with 12 teams including reigning champions and 9-time winners, Super Falcons of Nigeria, all in contention from July 2 to 23 in Rabat, Morocco. You can catch all the actions live on the NTA network service and NTA Sports 24, channel 270 on StarTimes, 434 on StarSat and 731 on Free TV. Come, join us to promote another championship run by the Super Falcons. For your advert placement, please call Hawa on 0803 312 1022. Africa Women's Cup of Nations, Rabat 2022. Game on.
Welcome back. We're starting with a heartwarming scholarship. Do you remember the story of the young teenage girl whose parents are both blind and she had to drop out of school to help her mom beg for alms to survive? Well, help has come her way as a good Samaritan showed up to take her back to school. Momso Damian Dati has an update on young Hawa.
I found my name is Marian San months ago on one of the major streets of Abuja, guiding her blind mother to beg for alms. A kind-hearted Nigerian who pleads anonymity, popularly known as Hajiya Gwamnati, a civil servant, watched the story on Newsline and reached out to sponsor her back to school.
Maths, English, social studies, and basic science.
But would you want to go to school?
Yes.
As part of its corporate social responsibility, NTA took the task of tracing the 14-year-old's family house in the suburb of Abuja, which was no easy task. After a rigorous search, we got there. In this place, poverty surely speaks for itself. Call it a visually impaired beggars' colony, and you may just be right. A pathetic story out there, with cluster of shanties accommodating over 60 visually impaired people in the area. This is Malam Sani Michaela's compound, Mariam's father. Visually impaired, married to 4 wives, 3 of them completely blind, with a total of 20 children and 17 grandchildren.
I don't have any job, but pray for people and beg for alms.
You can understand why the teenage girl had to drop out of school to beg for alms and support her family. Out of 20 children, none has gone beyond secondary school level, as they are all compelled to drop out of school at some point for lack of funds.
KP Government College. From the JS2 I stopped because we don't have money, that's why. But right now, if there's somebody which will help me, I need to continue my school. I hope that as how we suffer when we are young, make those one will not suffer like that.
If I come back to school, I am cut my mom to go beg inside town. If I come back, we they come join the money and pay my exam fees, PTA 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, because we are paying transports. The money, if we come back, we are using the money buy fruits, buy clothes with anything.
Little wonder they all have to depend on goodwill and charity for survival.
I thank you. God bless
this woman who is need to help us. May God bless her. May God free us from many calamities.
I thank God for making it possible for Mariam to return back to school.
Thank you, God bless you.
I was curious to know how Sani Michaela, a blind man, saw and married his 4 wives.
My first wife is from Plateau. Mariam's mom from Kefi. The third is from Jigawa, and the fourth is from Sokoto.
No tangible answer. I was left to unravel the mystery myself.
We communicated and married through a phone call.
Well, the formalities were concluded and we set out to get a school a walking distance from her home. Being a special case, the 14-year-old, after a series of verbal tests, was considered. Finally, an admission letter was issued to the young lady to begin JSS1, thanks to the Good Samaritan, Mariam's sponsor, whom we linked with the school management to do the payments. We may be lucky to return to school, but back at home, About 18 of her siblings are also hoping and waiting for another Good Samaritan to show up for them. You sure can be one.
Good news. Thank you to the awesome Good Samaritan. And I wish we'll have more people reach out to more members of that family. Now, the trend of taking pictures and making videos with mobile phones in emergency situations and posting on social media platforms is fast becoming popular. However, as beneficial as this may be, it is worrisome that most times the victims trapped in the emergencies are not helped. Tony Batire in this report examines this attitude.
Emergencies, no doubt, can occur at any given time without prior notice and proper preparation, which ultimately needs rapid intervention. But many a times when these emergencies occur, it's observed that it is the attitude of most Nigerians, both old and young, to use their mobile phones to take pictures or record videos as the case may be. Instead of helping the victims, Nigerians not only conserve the pictures and videos, but upload them on social media for public consumption.
It's actually very bad because by so doing, they divulge information that are supposed to be private. They just put them in public domain to the point that some of the relatives of the victims might got to know on the news through the social media platform, and that could generate shock because information should be properly divulged through the right channels.
To help them rather than posting it all over the world and to see allow people to see what has happened instead of helping the people involved in that accident.
You're supposed to help them. Maybe you can call the road safety, the police officer, or the fire services, or another. But we need to help them. We need to save the life.
You have to stop and help the victim because you don't know who actually is the victim. Maybe your relative, or maybe your kinsman or anybody. You have to stop and help.
Remember this accent we're talking about. It does not know your religion. It doesn't know where you come from. It doesn't know your status. So as you are doing it, remember if it were you and somebody is doing that, how will you feel? And so please render assistance. Get road safety informed that there's a crash here. Help will so get to them immediately. Our response time is as quick as possible. We have a call toll-free line of 122.
Respondents are of the opinion that Nigerians should render help in emergencies.
Too much of everything is bad. I remember how Princess Diana died years ago. Paparazzi were busy snapping away and nobody bothered about emergency or calling the ambulance. And that is what happens now. People just want to trend, to be the first to post, and we need to stop this. Now, Nigerian graduates 30 years and above from different higher institutions always look forward to the 1-year compulsory service to fatherland. That service year begins with a 3-week orientation exercise where prospective corps members are drilled on various military routines to inculcate in them the virtues of discipline, diligence, sacrifice, and unity. But the orientation camp is not just all about military drills and lectures, as Paul Abel tells us about activities at the camp market, popularly known as Mami Market.
Wisdom, they say, is the right application of knowledge to solve problems. Apart from the numerous lectures, early morning drills, obstacles climbing, and the regimented way of life at the various NYSC orientation camps across the country, some Nigerians are utilizing the assemblage of Nigerian youths with diverse cultures and needs to solve their problems and at the same time make money for themselves. A visit to the camp market, NYSD Permanent Orientation Camp, Obubra, Cross River State, explains better. Although NYSC provides meals for each core member per day, some still patronize food vendors to satisfy their divergent appetite. Other sections of the camp market include tailoring, shoe repairs, phone charging spots, among others.
We have come to assist them to shape their clothes to fit for their body.
The revenue is good, I must say that, and it's more fun because it's quick fund and there are a lot of population here, so there's a good market for it.
A little bit better than outside because you see the work sharp and you owe it sharp.
But if you are like hardworking, you may work like 3,000, 4,000 or even 5,000 daily.
Others who do not enjoy favorable patronage also speak on their challenges.
Because of the high cost of pricing of commodities, most persons seem discouraged because here we have what is called price control.
5% of people have here are women, 25 men. So you can see the business is not moving. Like somebody like me, I deal on shoes. Since yesterday, nothing.
Oga, not true. We know they sell anything. As you can see us, nobody is passing in our side from morning till night. They will be looking at us because ladies are bringing all great things at home.
For core members, how is life treating them in the camp?
Based on what I've been seeing outside when I was still a student, my belief was that everything is going smoothly, everything is going to be nice. But no, it is stressful. Like it is actually fun though.
Life in camp is, I would say, in my own opinion, I would say just an experience, to gain more experience, because a lot of us come from different homes, different background, so we meet new people, to accommodate people, to experience new characters.
Opportunities always come in different ways, but do not forget, always think. Use wisdom to solve a problem in society, then money will follow after.
Now, for the core member, the Mami market is usually a lifesaver and the market to go to. Now, we're going to another special market. Our break. We'll be back.
As the 2023 elections draw near, remember, evil prospers when good men and women only wish for peace, but never take a step to make peaceful elections happen. Are you a father? Are you a mother? What are you saying to your children as elections approach? Have you warned them not to let themselves be used to cause violence? Have you explained to them what the consequences of electoral violence might be? Do your part to make peaceful elections happen. Talk to your children. Protect them from unscrupulous politicians who want to put them in harm's way, while their own children are comfortable at home, within and outside the country. Let's join hands to make 2023 elections peaceful. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NOAA.
Welcome back. And on a sad note, the remains of late gospel singer Osinachi Nwachukwu have been laid to rest in her country home at Umuaku Isochi in Umuneche local government area of Abia State. The late singer has been described as one whose sonorous voice blessed many souls and affected lives. Momso Damian Dati has more.
A passionate gospel singer whose voice many say left them awestruck and ushers them into an intimate place of worship anytime she sang. Many months after her death, Osinachi's soul can now find rest, knowing that justice will be served her alleged killer, Peter Nwanchukwu, who is said to have subjected her to domestic violence.
Okay, trial has commenced. We were able to brought in the 2 days test.
Saturday, 24th June, Umwaku Center School, Isuochi in Abia State, witnessed an influx of people from all walks of life who converged to bid Harimen's farewell. The Southeast Regional Pastor of Dunamis Church, Ipiala Solomon, in a sermon, reminded the congregation that life is a pilgrimage on earth and account must be given to the Creator after death, hence reminding all to live a life worthy of emulation.
We live our life on earth determines our place in eternity, either in heaven with God or with the devil.
Member representing Uminechi Federal Constituency in Kiruka, Onya Jocha, who promised scholarship for the 4 children of the deceased, also disclosed the establishment of a foundation in honor of late Osmachi Nwachukwu.
The family members are going through a lot of trauma. But I tell you, Mama, and the sisters and the brothers, look unto God, the author and finisher of your faith. It's not about politics, it's not about anything. But I and my family will train the 4 children to university level.
Her remains were interred amidst cheers. Late Osinachi Nwachukwu was born a twin on the 12th of November 1979 to the family of late Pastor Moses and Mrs. Caroline Madu of Umwaku Isuochi of Abia State. She was a graduate of Science and Laboratory Tech from Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu.
Very unfortunate that she married a very bad man as husband. I thank God for her life, for life well spent. I thank God.
Ọka Chineke siri chọọ ya. Chineke si na ọnwụ na ndụ dị ya n'aka. Na ya ji ike nke ọnwụ, ịdị ike nke ndụ.
If you meet her once, you will want to meet her again. She's humble.
She died on the 8th of April this year as a result of alleged domestic violence, leaving behind her mother, 4 children, 6 siblings, including her twin Amarachi and other relations. While the husband undergoes trial and awaits verdict of the court, Osinachi's memories will be kept alive through her inspiring songs.
Painful indeed. May her dear soul rest in peace, and I'm sure her songs will continue to affect lives. Now, this is where we'll end this edition of Newsline today. Thank you for being a part of it, and don't forget that the fastest and easiest way to becoming a star is to connect with the NTA to stand against rape and rapists. Good night and God bless Nigeria.